I didn't think we would see American movie on a 4K Ultra HD release, but here we are. This dude's right here's quest to make a movie. Well, first, to make Northwestern, a movie called Northwestern, which, according to IMDb, he still has never made, by the way. And his buddy here, who's probably the star of this thing, because this dude's just a really nice guy that this guy's, using to drive home what he's trying to do, which I'm not saying he's a bad guy. I'm not saying the director's bad. Is his name Mark? I think his name's Mark. I have to look at it. But either way, nonetheless, it's a story of a guy trying to make his movie. And he ends up making, completing a film called Coven, or Coven. Well, it's Coven, but he calls it Coven, is what he calls it. And if you've never seen this, it's highly entertaining. I highly recommend it. 4 out of 5. But here it is, though, on a... somehow it's on a 4K release, which to me, which guy's name's Mike, I believe. Mike, that's it. It's on a 4K release, and it doesn't look like anything you think would be on a 4K release, but yet here we are. And I will say this: it looks okay for what it is. It looks okay. You do get Mark's. It is Mark. You get his short film Coven there on it, which is not in HD, much less 4K. Director's and cast commentary, which is worth watching. So basically, I'm kind of getting stalled out here. Pardon me. I've had a rough week. I had a stomach bug and everything. But so basically, we follow him as he borrows money off his elderly uncle, as he gets these theater-looking actors to partake in this, as he gets his mom to help him film stuff that he has to film to complete this movie. And it's kind of heartwarming in a way, because as a person who makes movies myself, I can relate to having to basically do anything you can do to get a movie finished. One particular scene, he takes the dude and rams his head several times into a cabinet, trying to break this cabinet door. But yeah, it's great, and it's if you ever made movies in your life, it's very much worth seeing. It may not look the best as you could probably hope for it to look on 4K, but considering the source and whatnot, it looks good. I believe the actual ratio of this thing is like a 1:3 ratio. I don't know if it says that. Yeah, 1:3 ratio. But it looks good for what it is. It just, it's not going to pop because it's not made out of the right kind of sources to really pop. But for a documentary that was deemed, worthy of 4K, you could do a whole lot worse. Plus, the movie's great anyway. And I had a Blu-ray of this at one time, but I don't even think it had the Coven extra on it. So that in itself is almost worth the upgrade, just so you can see what he made. And for all the dude's faults and all the wackiness and quirkiness of the guy, even though he's like a big old alcoholic / pothead / filmmaker, the short ain't bad. And the stuff he makes ain't bad. And it makes me feel a little inferior, considering the fact that I like to think my head's a little bit more on my shoulders than this dude's is. But his stuff seems to be way better than mine. But that's just how it is. American movie. It's great. Check it out. Get the 4K.